So these days I've been trying to be like more humble than I usually am, because I'm like all those average fucking teenagers who's like fucking angry about everything, who's egotistical, who thinks he is at the top of the fucking world because he read books, so he goes to gym and he does stuff which normal people don't do. Like, this makes you fucking egotistical. This made me fucking egotistical. So right now I said the sentence that this makes you fucking egotistical. That was me trying to that was me basically trying to tell that you are worthless and I'm better. So I'm also like tracking like the words that I say in my brain, and I'm being serious about this, like being humble, because I have been thinking about this a lot. A lot of people out there, like since these self-improvement YouTubers like popped off, like Hamza, you can say, and maybe like Andrew Tate, and people have started to go to gyms, people have started to improve themselves. And the thing is, yeah, most people have like stopped doing normal things, right? And i I have seen people become like more egotistical, including myself. I was also like a fucking egotistical person who used to think, bro, I'm reading books, I'm going to gym, I'm working out daily, I'm what I'm doing, like I'm on fucking self-improvement, so I'm better than these motherfuckers who I see on daily basis in my college, in my fucking whatever, right? In my family, in my neighborhood. I thought I was better than them. And that might be true and that might be not. But the thing is, it doesn't help me at all. Like, what does being egotistical and thinking that you're better than others does does to you? Like, it does nothing. It makes you complacent and nothing else. And if I recall the times I've made the greatest improvement in my own fucking life, it was maybe around like a year ago, where I was like a fat fucking piece of shit, right? I was like short heighted and I had like a fuck ton of fat on my belly, and I was really fat, maybe around fucking, I don't know like what the amount of weight I had, but I certainly lost like 20 pounds in a span of 2 months. But at that time, the mindset, the mentality, the fucking thoughts, the whatever I had like during at that time was like what was like a fucking degenerate. Like, I never took responsibility for, like, I was fat person, right? So I never took responsibility for that because I was egotistical. I was like, who cares? I was like, I'm gonna eat what I feel like eating. I'm not gonna exercise, even though like it's unhealthy. I'm still not gonna do it because it's my choice, it's my life, it's my rules. All that fucking Instagram manifesto and fuck that shit, bro. And I actually used to do that, bro. I never actually took time and thought about it, that I'm eating a fuck ton of food. I'm not indulging into any kind of exercise. My body is getting fatter and fatter. I'm getting fatter and fatter. My life is getting worse and worse. I never really thought about this up until this point, where I had this crush on this girl, and she was like, yeah, this was the exact thing that happened. She was fat as well, and I was fat as well. So what I had thought was, if I lose some weight, I might have a fucking chance, because I'd be able to like be in like more of a dominant position if I am less fatter than her, whatever, right? So that was the time where I thought, bro, I need to take responsibility of my life. Unless and until I do that, bro, I'm not gonna lose fucking like a fuck ton of weight that I have on my body, right? So that's what I exactly did, and that's because I felt insecure at that moment, and that was the only time I took responsibility, and I just got myself into the state of action, and the action I took was fucking massive, right? The thing I did was, I used to wake up at 5 a.m. and I used to go on runs like every fucking day for 2 months consistently, because I was driven by my insecurity. And the second thing was, I was only eating about 3 to 400 calories, which is, I God knows how I did it back in those days, bro. Fucking hell. I used to eat like maybe around 2 to 3 apples, and that's it. Like, that's it for the day. And I did it for about like maybe around 1 to 2 months consistently. And of course, I used to have like a little bit of a meal here and there, but it used to be like really less frequent, right? So I lost weight within the span of 2 months, but it only happened because I was humble back in those days. And the other time, like on this self improvement journey, I have been through different trials and tribulations, right? But since last 3 months, like I was, I was productive. Like I was basically doing the stuff which normal people don't do. Like I was reading books, I was fucking going to gym every day. I was not indulging into any kind of instant gratification activities. But at certain point, bro, I fucking realized that this is not helping me, bro. Reading books doesn't make you like a better person. Applying the things that you read from these books makes you a better person. And actually taking fucking action and just leaning beyond your edge, that makes you a better person. That made me like, if I do those activities, it will make me a better person, right? But I just kept reading books and I was like fucking complacent. I thought like I was on the fucking top of the world. I'm better than most of the people on the self improvement because I read books. That's what I thought of. That fucking mindset is like the worst mindset to have. Like for me, I think it kept me really really complacent because I didn't have like room for improvement because I was egotistical. Like you can be egotistical. I can be like, for me at least, I can be egotistical and improve at the same time. And this is what I learned from Alex Mozi. So I was watching his podcast and he was talking about how how hubris ruins people who are at the top. Like imagine like the top, the biggest guys on the in a certain field. What is it like that makes them lose? Or they have all the resources, they have everything, they have all the skill, they are at the top of the fucking world. What is it that makes them lose? It's their hubris, it's their ego, which makes them complacent and they just fall off. That's all. That's all, bro. This is what I learned from Alexa Mozi. This is not me saying it. Of course, I haven't gained anything. I'm still learning. For like, I don't have no credentials to like speak like a fucking like. I'm kind of trying to play with this idea because I just wish to be a guide, a leader, a teacher. But at the same time, bro, I do not have any credentials, and trying to like me saying this that I don't do not have credentials over and over again and trying to prove that I'm like a humble person or something like that. It makes me seem like a fucking weak ass pussy, right? But still, bro, I'm trying to be humble because I do not know a lot of things for myself. I'm still learning for myself, right? So, for an example, let me tell you another example if you're willing to listen to me, bro. That I have been recording videos since like fucking last year. And at the same time, bro, I have been avoiding to learn how to make eye contact with the fucking camera. Like right now, I'm not making eye contact with the camera because I'm recording with the front camera, right? So I just made eye contact with the eye camera. I'm looking in the camera right now and speaking to you directly, and it has like more of a better effect onto the viewer, right? So I'm trying to learn that skill since last year, but I didn't have like this like a sense of humbleness. I am not capable of even making eye contact with the fucking camera. So I should learn that first rather than trying to learn something different, right? So I didn't have even that slightest bit of humbleness to even confront this small thing. And that made me fucking complacent, right? I didn't try to like, I was like, it's above, like I'm above this thing, bro. I don't need to improve to fucking just improve the way I look into camera. I don't need to do that. That's such a trivial common normal fucking thing. But guess what, bro? Other person who is working harder than me, tracks stuff, who knows what he's supposed to do and he makes improvement is gonna crush me. It's gonna fucking crush me. And we have a lot of examples that who the people who are crushing me already in this journey, right? So yeah, bro, I think humbleness is one of those lessons that I have learned, and I will continue to be humble. And the way I'm doing it is like, also this another thing that I learned from Alex and Mosi, which is if you want to develop a trait, like I want to develop a trait of being humble, so I should look back in the past and peel back to the past and collect evidence and see at the evidence of the times where I have like at some point of my, sorry, at some point of my life I have exhibited these traits of being humble, right? So I should look back in the past. When was the time where I have been humble? So yeah, it was the other time where I tried to lose weight. It was the time where I just started to go to gym. I hadn't been to gym like for an entire month now, and then I had to start exercising again. But I started with like doing 50 push-ups daily, and that's how I started going to gym again because I was humble back in those days, right? Yeah. So that's how we become humble and we become better. And yeah, like if you like this video, just make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.